u3a people are rather interested in being able to offer a type of hybrid course where you have a live class, a traditional class, and you can also have an audience that are remote across the state coming in by Zoom. Now, doing it combined is a little bit more complicated than doing either of them separately. So here's some techniques that might make it a bit more efficient, and it might make it very effective. So what I'm doing here is pretending to be a live class in my lounge room, and I'm using a presentation. Now, many sessions don't have a presentation, but if you do, this is what we're dealing with in this situation, this little simulation. So I've got a TV screen, which is increasingly being used for presentations, and I'm managing it off an iPad. It could just as easily be done with a laptop. However, the iPad's got the advantage of being nice and compact and portable. And many devices now will connect straight from a mobile phone or a laptop or an iPad and project it onto a TV screen, or it might be going through a projector up in the ceiling or somewhere. So here's some things to think about. How can we effectively run live classes and have members coming in by Zoom? So these two steps might help a bit. One thing is to run the presentation, if you're having a presentation, on a separate device. So that means it doesn't clash with the Zoom function. The second trick is to run the Zoom session on a mobile phone. There's a couple of reasons for that. One is to separate it from the presentation device, as I've said. But the mobile phones have really good cameras, and that helps a lot. And the cameras can also zoom in and out. Another big advantage of the mobile phone is that it's mobile. And if you take advantage of that mobility, you can move it around and show class members, look around and put it back where it belongs. So that's the advantage of using the other trick, is to use a nice tripod so that the camera is very movable, but also stable, doesn't wobble all over the place. So there it is with the presentation device, the iPad in the foreground and the screen in the background. And up the end I'll mention this tripod, which is a rather nice one. The tripod has big advantage of stability, but this one elevates to 1/2 metre and down to quite small, so it can be put on a table or any elevated surface, and as I just shown, can be picked up and moved easily. So there's two sides to the equation. The zooming side, which is managed by the mobile phone, which does zoom perfectly well, and the presentation side from the other device, a laptop or a tablet. The Zoom audience can be brought in and shown to the live class, and similarly the remote class on Zoom can be, they can see what's going on, and in this instance, if there's a presentation going on, the Zoom audience can be watching the presentation pretty much as well as the people in the room. I've found it quite difficult to get my head around the different modes we're working in, so my suggestion is practice, and it is quite easy to practice with friends or just by yourself. Remember, the mobile serves the Zoom audience predominantly, and the laptop or iPad serves the live audience, which is copied to Zoom, as is happening now. And the mobile works in two modes. It copies the screen, and then it switches over, if you want, to engage with the Zoom audience, so it can act as the primary Zoom device. Now, the controls on the mobile are quite different to those that appear on a computer screen or a laptop screen, because the mobile is so much smaller. But all the controls for Zoom are still there. You just swipe back or forth, and if you explore the mobile in Zoom, you'll get to know how the Zoom controls work on a small mobile device, and it works really well. And there's the tripod that I've been using. It's a bit more elaborate and a bit more expensive than some, but it's a very good one.